All right, welcome back to my channel. So I got a lot of questions from viewers like yourself. When it comes to blocking, how far should you leave your elbow away from your rib cage, right? A lot of people are asking, should we leave it very close to the rib cage, as in maybe 2 fingers apart, or should we block it this far out, or closed hands or open hands? So today's video is about how to adjust your block in order to make it more effective, okay? I have Daniel come on in. All right, so the first technique, when your opponent is punching toward your chest, right? Now, if you decided to commit a block and having the elbow just only this far apart, that means you want to have another follow-up move, okay? And the follow-up move from here is, since I'm already blocking on the outside, so I want to continue to go on the outside in order to break his elbow, right? And right when you break his elbow, whether this is going to be dislocated or you can follow up with an elbow jab this way, knee, whatever. That's your purpose. It all depends on how good of a skill practitioner you are. Then you just modify and make it flow, okay? And then the other option is, when he punches, then you want to block far. Now, when you block far like this, should you go over the top or should you go under? Again, that's just only based on preference. Whatever works for you, because the difference between something that is close versus something that is far is how you engage the situation, right? If it's close, that means you have to be ready to execute a second move to it, because if you don't execute the second move, guess what? He'll execute the second move right to your face or wherever he wants to hit you, right? And for someone to punch you and then you decided to stay away far. Stay away far doesn't mean that, that you don't want to go in and finish him. Staying away far means you just want to leverage that distance between you and your opponent, right? You want to understand how far can this guy punch, right? And it's very important not to do this way, because every time when you do this way here, it's holding yourself back, right? You want to go over the top, because it's easier to intercept from the top of his arm. And let's say if he punches the other hand, you are underneath of him, right? In order for you to go in quicker. So if, let's say if I time it this way and he punch, I can go this way, right? Or if I time this way here, and now if he punches, he has to lean in to hit you, then I can go with the leg, all right? So that's the most important thing. The being in a position to get yourself ready for the next move is vital when it comes to engage in a real combat, right? Because, come here, Daniel. So when you do this move here, the very first move, this way, close block, your brain got to be really fast, because you really don't know how fast he's going to hit you. As much as you say, yeah, you know what, I want to engage close enough to hit him, you have to give him the benefit of the doubt that he's going to do the same thing, right? Always want to measure your opponent at the same level of a skill as yourself. So don't think that, yeah, I'm going to dominate him, because you can dominate someone who knows nothing, but usually when someone who wants to engage in a combat with you, just presumably they will also know as much as you know as well, okay? Good. So now I'm going to show you a few moves that involves with close distance, okay? What should you do when you are engaging someone in a close distance blocking? So let's say if you punch chest block, I want to go on the outside, right? When I'm outside ready, I want to always maintain in the outside. So when I'm out here, you see how I'm blocking this way, I maintain out here so that I can go over the top and then break, right? Or if he punches, I want to go outside. See how close? If I decided to have my elbow to the rib cage, right? Then I can either sweep him here, or I can just break his knee, or I can go in here, the crescent kick right underneath his armpit, okay? Now another option of blocking with your elbow near your rib cage, right? So now same thing, if he punches me to my chest here, I want to see how close I'm blocking this, but I'm blocking downward with my elbow here close to my body. I'm not blocking this way. We're going to talk about this afterwards. I'm doing this. But when you are this close here, what did I say earlier? You have to commit right away, right? You got to commit before he commits that one. So when you block down this way here, this hand should be up, because you don't know when this is coming. So let's say if this is not coming, then when you block here, and then you commit this way, right? So he punches in. So let's say he punches. If that one comes, see how I go up this way here? I go up this way here to block and hit anyway. Okay, so here goes another option for close blocking, right? So let's say he punches here, you go down this way, right? Either let's pause for a moment that he's gonna be able to hit you with his chambering arm, right? If you go this way here, you can break this joint. You go this joint here, one break joint, and then break neck, okay? Here, break joint, break neck, okay? And you have to do fast. It's like you already commit yourself. It's like, okay, if I go close, I break. See, I go close, I break, okay? The other option is this. Now, if we are conscious and worried that he might hit with his hand, then you want to go this way. All right, so I'm going to share with you 3 techniques so that when you are wanting to involve in a short block, so that you can understand the combinations to use, okay? And there's, like I said, there are plenties of combinations that you can come up with, but when you decide to commit already, you just have to go with full force, or you just have to go with your instinct, right? And the only way to do that is if you have to you just have to practice a lot of these moves, okay? So the first one is, let's say if he punches here and I decide to commit, okay? Once you do a low block here, break, and then you go into the neck, okay? So it goes to break, okay? So let's say again, the second one is he comes here, go this way. So let's say if he decides to punch that one, right? And then you just go here, break, and you go this way, okay? So you hit him before he hits you. Or let's say if he does hit you, it's okay, because in a real fight, you cannot, it's too ideal to come out being unscathed, right? Someone will hit you. The most important thing is, will you be able to survive after you get hit? And if you're gonna go inside, most likely you will survive and he won't, right? Because you go into his neck, which is his vital organs, versus him punching you here. And he's not gonna reach you as fast, right? So the second one is here, break, and he punches this way, okay? Third one is, so that's over the top. So third one, let's say if he punches here, right here, and then you block inside this way, right? You block inside this way here. After you block, you wanna go over. You want to go over, then you grab him here, break his arm, right? Break his arm and palm in here. So go slow, go one, turn, break his arm, and palm, right? So we go one, turn, palm, okay? So those are the 3 close techniques, okay? So now I'm going to share with you the 3 techniques that are further out. If you decide to block further out, so let's say if he punches and I don't want to engage this guy, I just want to understand the distance between me and my opponent, then you block this way, right? You block this way here. So let's say if he does it again, so we call this just parrying. And let's say if he changes his hand, same thing, right? You just block like that, right? Block like that. But once you block like this here, because it is so far of a distance, you don't want to use your hands in order for you to get in. You don't want to block this far and then come in like this, hit him, because the more it takes you to come in, he has at that split second for him to think. And believe it or not, within a split second is a long time, because his punches come out really quickly, right? So anything that's being blocked at a distance like this, which is maybe another 2 human beings in between us, you want to use your legs, right? So most people don't practice enough on their legs, but the legs is very important when it comes to this kind of distance blocking. So let's say if you tap here, so like if he continues to come in and punch, then then you want to raise this, right, in order for you to do the kick, okay? So the first one is here, come in, and you want to kick the chest, right? It's very important to intercept him, right, before he gets close to you, right? And leaning back with that front snap kick is just perfect, right? Either you do the front snap kick, which is a full thrust, or you do a chamber kick, which is out and push. So let's say if he comes in, out and push, okay? Third one is, let's say he does that again. Here, this is pretty much underrated, but once you block someone like this here, you want to turn to the side, right? Turn side and then break the knee, right? Most people are so focused on, kicking the chest, breaking the sternum, or breaking the chin, but this one here is extremely effective, right? If you can cripple someone's legs, pretty much you just basically took off someone's foundation, right? What else can they do? You've broken one leg already and you just broke the guy's foundation, okay? So again, if he comes, tap this way here and break the knee, okay? The other one is from, so he's blocking this way here, right? the side kick, another underrated usage. The side kick here is you want to, so let's say he lunge with the other one, step up, lunge with the other one, right? The side kick is basically bend yourself back, right? And then you do the side kick thrust, okay? So let's here for angle purpose. So let's say punch, and let's say he comes, lean back, and then kick out, right? So again, come, and he lean back, and then thrust out, okay? So don't do side kick like this. Don't do side kick, bring it up and kick like that. That's not a side kick. A side kick is basically, he's going after your face, right? You, on the other side, have to lean back and then just let the heel of the foot thrust into your opponent's chest. So again, here he comes and lean back and thrust. Okay? So I just shared with you 6 techniques in order for a follow-up when it comes to blocking. Okay? So when you decided to do a close-up block, you follow up with the techniques that I just shared to come in and hit your opponent. If you decided to do a distance block, the kick are the most effective way to execute following that block. All right? So I hope you liked the video. Please like, subscribe, and share it with those you know who wants to practice martial arts, or anyone who is interested in self-defense. And I hope to see you in the next 2 videos.